Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jen. I am a psychic medium, which means I connect to the spirit world around us. I connect you with your loved ones on the other side, your spirit guides, your angels, this infinite intelligence that makes our world go round. In this video, I'm actually going to share with you 5 common reasons why your loved ones on the other side are coming around. So if that interests you, stick with me. Let's get to it.
Welcome to Spirit Speaks with psychic medium Jennifer Hall.
Okay, so have you ever gone through a period of time where you are feeling and sensing your deceased loved ones way more often than normal? Or maybe you haven't really felt them very much since they passed, and now you're starting to really get those signs and symbols from heaven. Maybe you're having recurring dreams of your loved ones, and you're kind of just wondering, like, am I missing something? What's the message? Are they trying to get my attention? What are they trying to tell me? Is there a warning? Should I be worried? I want to put your mind at ease today and share with you 5 very common reasons why your deceased loved ones are coming around you and maybe what their little message is. So I hope that you enjoy these, and let me know in the comment section below if you feel your loved ones, how you feel them coming around, and what you believe their message really is. Okay, so the first reason why your loved ones might be coming around you a little bit more often, or why you're feeling and sensing them around, what their message might be, I want to address this first because this is the most common reason why your loved ones are trying to get your attention, and it is to let you know that they are okay. This is a message that I think comes through with almost every single soul that I channel with in private readings or just in my meditations. They are okay, and they want us to genuinely know that. So oftentimes, sometimes it's right after their passing, sometimes it's several months, weeks, months, I don't know, years later even, that they'll come to us and they'll show themselves to us in a way that we can know for sure that they are thriving. So specifically in the example of maybe you've been dreaming of your loved one, they will likely show up in those dreams in a way where you know that they're healthy and strong and usually quite young again. And their message is, look at me. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm exactly where I need to be. And if you're not dreaming of them and seeing them, in a visual way, and you're just maybe getting signs or you're feeling like as if your loved ones are around, the same message can apply. It's their way of letting you know that they are still watching, that they're still able to communicate with you, that they're still a part of your life. This is really a common message for people that have lost loved ones in a very tragic way, a very sudden way, or maybe they were, gone too soon, very young people that have passed. And I mean, it can apply to anybody really, but this is where I see it very commonly, especially if we didn't get a chance to say goodbye or there wasn't a whole lot of closure. Your loved ones on the other side, they want you to know that they're whole, that they're healthy, that they're not suffering anymore, whether that be mentally, emotionally, or very physically. And they just want you to know that they're okay. Another reason why your loved ones are coming around you more often lately, or a message that they might have for you, is really that they're wanting you to know that they're listening, that they can hear you. So think about it for a second and ask yourself, have I been talking to my loved one on the other side more often? Have I been thinking of them more often? They're responding to that communication. So it usually will correspond, so you feeling and sensing your loved ones around will typically correspond with how much you've been putting out there towards them as well. How much energy, how much communication, how much love, whether that's thoughts, if it's prayers, if it's journaling through words, or, full on conversation. Like, hi, so-and-so, I know that you're here, that kind of thing. They want to make themselves present. Much like the first point that we just went over, where they want you to know that they're okay, they're also wanting you to know that they're listening. So if you've been talking to them more often, your loved ones are going to come around you more often to let you know that they're listening. Another reason why your loved ones might be trying to get your attention is because they want you to know that everything's going to be okay. And I get it. I know that this sounds like kind of cheesy and it sounds, kind of like a given. Maybe a little just too frou-frou or woo-woo, but it is so very true. Our loved ones, they see the bigger picture. They know typically what's happening next. They know the reasoning behind everything that's happening. There's this infinite intelligence that, of course, we have the ability to tap into, but our loved ones have no constraints anymore whatsoever. So they are tapped in, tuned in to that infinite intelligence at all times. So they know. They know the reasons why you're going through what you're going through. They know that you're having a hard time, but they also know why. And they also know what lessons are to be learned and what you're going through and all the perspectives involving everybody in that situation. They want you to know, especially if you've been struggling, especially if you've been having a hard time. Maybe it's around their passing, the loss of somebody, you're grieving. Maybe it's just because you're going through a hard time in your life and your loved one is wanting to come around you and say, hey, we've got you. We've got your back. I'm here. You can talk to me. You can feel me. You can, sense me around. And whether you do those things or not, I'm going to be watching. And I want you to know that all is well. And everything is going to be okay. Okay, now the fourth reason why your loved ones might be coming around you or why you might be feeling them a lot more often lately is because they are maybe acknowledging a new transition or acknowledging a new beginning. Maybe there's celebration in your life. Maybe you've bought a new house. Maybe you've had a new baby. Maybe you've gotten married or engaged or graduated from high school or from college or university. Maybe there's just a transition within you that's happened. And Spirit wants to come around. Your loved ones want you to know that they're a part of all of those changes and all of those beautiful transitions in your life. They're also possibly wanting to acknowledge, these new beginnings with maybe career or maybe encouraging. Maybe you haven't had the new beginning yet. Maybe you're feeling stuck and stagnant and your loved one wants to come around and let you know that it's safe and it's okay to move forward in a different direction, to move ahead with the new transition. Giving you strength and courage and just letting you know that once again, they're there by your side and they're around. But if you are going through some very new beginning or a transition in your life, you will very likely have a heightened sense of knowing that your loved one is around. You might see them in your dreams. They might show up in daytime hours as well. So pay attention and feel free to ask them for guidance throughout the day or ask them to show you little signs here and there so that you know that they're supportive of your move forward and they're supportive of the changes and transitions in your life. And at this point, I just want to acknowledge that these transitions are often very encouraging, very happy, but we're not always going through the best of times. We are often struggling in life, a lot of us. We go through things, and our loved ones want us to know that they're there for those points as well. So transitions can be beautiful, they can be exciting, and they can feel like really fun new beginnings, but they can be difficult. And much like what we just talked about in point number 3, your loved ones want you to know that they're supporting and that whatever you're going through, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're coming through to warn you of something awful that's about to happen or to protect you from something that's happening. They're there for support. So keep them in your mind, your thoughts, your words, and just remember that when you feel them, especially if you're going through a transition in your life, that they're there to say, awesome, I'm here, I'm watching, I see it, and congratulations. Okay, so the last thing that I want to mention in this video, number 5, the 5th reason why your loved one is trying to get your attention or coming in around you a lot more lately is because you are asking them to. Be very, very aware of this because a lot of the time we will throw out this intention or an ask to the universe. And we so often, not that we forget that we've done that, but we kind of just move about our lives. And we don't really pay attention all the time to how that answer might show up. And that answer might show up to you through your loved ones coming into your dreams or coming around you during the day or sending more signs. So your loved ones, as I've mentioned multiple times before, they want you to know that they're present. They want you to know that they're part of your life. And if you have been asking them to give you signs or asking them to show up, try your best not to then question what their message is. They literally just want to say, here I am. I'm watching. I'm seeing what's happening in your life. So know that when you're asking maybe to feel your loved one or asking for them to come around to give you a sign, your intuitive energy, your intuitive abilities, your ability to be sensitive to the energy world around you or to connect and feel spirit is heightening. And so trust that as well. Yes, they're coming around. Yes, they're wanting, you to know that they're part of your life, that they're watching what's happening, and that they're a part of everything that you're going through. But at the same time, keep in mind that you are playing a very active role in closing that gap between you and your loved one on the other side. Your heightened intuitive abilities, or by you just sitting and spending some time and focusing on that communication with your loved one, is closing the gap. Which means that yes, your loved one is voluntarily coming around you, but what's really possibly happening is that you are the one that is tapping into them. That you are finally really kind of connecting the dots and remembering that we are all one, and that you have the ability to connect with that spirit side of everybody, living or deceased. So your loved one might be coming to you more frequently in dreams or, just around you during the day because you're just tapping into them. They might not even really be coming around you more often at all. It might be perfectly normal for them to be there all of those times. You're just fine-tuning and you're really starting to connect and understand that they're there. So give yourself a little bit of credit as well, especially if this is something that you've been desiring, that you've been working on, honing your ability to really just trust. So there you go, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment below. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.